All right, we are on our second video of solving equations with two radicals. This time, we don't have just one radical on each side of the equal sign. We have two separate radicals. They're both on the same side, and there's a minus between them, equal to a number. Now, these are not as nice. They're actually can be long at times. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move each radical to the other side of the equal sign. So one radical is going to stay on the left side. This one I'm going to move to the right. So I'm going to add square root of x to both sides. Okay, so I have square root of 5x plus 4 equals square root of x and then plus this 4. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to undo the square root. How do you undo a square root? Square it. So I'm going to square each side of the equal sign. So square this side. Now the problem is you can't just square this. It's got to be done as a binomial. So you have to square that, the whole side together. Yeah, that makes it longer. Oh well, it is what it is, right? The left side's really nice. I just get 5x plus 4. Now, for the right side, a lot of times I just say cross that off and rewrite it again. Square root of x plus 4 and use that FOIL method. So, square root of x times square root of x gives you x. Square root of x times 4 gives you plus 4 square roots of x. Then 4 times square root of x gives you plus 4 square roots of x. Then 4 times 4 is 16. Combine like terms on the right side. So we have 5x plus 4 equals x plus 4 square root of x plus 4 more square roots of x gives you 8 square roots of x plus 16. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to move my x and my 16 to the other side of the equal sign, to the left side. I'm going to isolate the square root of x. So, let's see. All right, so minus the 16 and minus an x. Minus the x under the x and minus the 16 under the number. Okay, 5x take away 1x gives you 4 x's. 4 take away 16 is minus 12 equals 8 square roots of x. Now, if I were to divide by 8, I'm going to end up with some nasty fractions. So instead of messing with nasty fractions, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to square it with the 8 on the other side. Okay, keeping the 8 on the right side. So let me get another color here. All right. We're going to square both sides. All right, if you need to, we'll write this one out twice. So what that means is we have 4x minus 12 times 4x minus 12 equals 8 squared is 64, and when I square the square root of x, I get x. Oh, not bad. So multiply the first terms. 4 times 4 is 16, so we have 16x squared. Outside, 12 times 4 is 48, so minus 48x. And then minus 12 times 4x gives you minus 48x. See, the numbers can get big. All right, and then 12 times 12 is 144. So plus 144, because negative times a negative makes a positive, equals 64x. Now I've got to combine like terms on the left side. So I'm going to first of all rewrite my 16x squared. All right, and I have 16x squared minus 48 and 48 make 96, so minus 96x plus 144 equals 64x. Now, I am going to subtract 64x from each side because I want it equal to 0. So I have 16x squared minus, let's see, add those together, plus 64 gives me minus 160x, ooh, big one, plus 144 equals 0. Okay, now all of these numbers are divisible by 16. So I'm going to divide out of 16. Divide everything by 16. Okay, and divide the right side too, and so that just cancels out. So I'm left with x squared minus 160 divided by 16 is 10x. And then 144 divided by 16 is 9. So plus 9 equals 0. I'm going to factor this, okay? I can say x minus 9 and x minus 1. Because those will multiply to give me a positive 9 and add to give me a negative 10. So x minus 9 equals 0. Add 9. X equals 9. And then x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1. X equals 1. Now, here's the thing. I have to make sure they work. How do you do that? You plug it into the original equation. Okay? Now, 9 times 5 is 45, plus 4 more is 49. The square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 9 is 3, so 7 minus 3, does that give you 4? Yeah. Okay, and then plug in 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 makes 9. Okay, square root of 9 is 3. Then square root of 1 is 1. Does 3 minus 1 give you 4? No. All right, so what does that tell me? That tells me that only the one works. Okay? So that tells me that this here is an extraneous solution. So the only one that works is the 9. All right, so be careful, all right? You can do this.